Hey everyone, it's Breezy Bree, and today I will be discussing weight loss surgery, diet versus lifestyle changes. So thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please do so below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. So listen, I got a list. Not just any list. It's the magical list. It's the list that nearly everyone, whose videos that I have viewed, and they all seem like they're really similar, and they're all saying pretty much the same thing. However, I haven't really seen a video like this, so I'm about to make one. Let's get to it. So I go into the weight loss surgery nutritionist, who's different than my weight loss surgery management provider. And I go into her, one day, and I think I'm doing really well, and I think I'm getting, amped up for the surgery, and I'm making some strides. I gave up all my sweet baked goods that I love so much, and she hits me with this list. And it's a color-coded list. I love color-coded things. So it has a green page, a yellow page, and a red page. Guess what page I'm about to talk about? I'm about to talk about that red page that nobody else out here is talking about. And they're wondering why, like, you're seeing these videos and there are a few of them kind of sprinkled in there about regain and why it's not really worth it and all these regrets and all these other little things that they want you to buy into, but for them, they are not having the surgery. They're getting the surgery done. They're getting smaller. In some cases, they're not getting smaller at all. I've seen some talking about regain, they're getting sympathy votes, they're getting all these likes, and I'm not understanding why, because you weren't doing what you were supposed to do before you got the surgery. That's why you needed the surgery. Now you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing after the surgery. And now you're complaining and you're whining and you're sending people this sob story and you're mixing the message up about weight loss surgery. So I'm about to get it straight and I'm about to get it correct. Yes, it is after work, and I am a little rowdy after work because I have been worked after work. I had to fix my hair, put on a little makeup just so I look presentable to you. But anyway, I get this list of the things I'm not supposed to have. Now, before I get to that list, now don't not tune in. I'm telling you, just stay here. Work with me. They talk about this thing called dumping syndrome and what is not being said on these videos. And I have seen quite a few, and they'll bring it up, but they'll casually kind of graze over the topic. And it's almost like a cliche word that the older generations use, and you really don't know the meaning of it until it happens to you. Well, I'm not about to let that happen to you. I'm not about to let it happen to me. So I don't feel like it's a logical decision for me to get this list, because I know you got the list, unless you went to Mexico, Dubai, or wherever you went. You went somewhere, Bangladesh, you went and got your surgery done. It's okay. And you came over here and you don't really have your support system that you really needed in order to continue on to lose the weight like you need to, because you acted as if you never had a problem with food or eating. I'm gonna leave that alone. That's a totally different topic. What I'm going to talk about is this dumping syndrome. Now, what dumping is it is you getting sick to your stomach, nearly injured, nearly in the emergency room. Dumping can cause you to go to the emergency room. It can cause your seams to bust, literally. It can cause you to go into septic shock due to the food that you're having in your stomach bursting through your stomach and actually getting all gooey inside of the rest of your body where it's not supposed to be. Now, that's the extreme. Now, they're not telling you they're in the hospital and they're laid up and they don't really know what happened. It's because they ate too much. They ate too fast. They ate too much. They ate things that they had no business eating that were on the list that I'm about to go over. The next thing that happens in dumping is you feel like you are having excessive gas, like not just regular gas, not just, oh, I ate something bad and it's a little bit gassy. I mean like lactose intolerant white chicks. I'm running to the stall. I'm pushing people out of the way. I'm making all of these funny noises in the restroom. I want you to get that picture because I know nearly everybody's seen White Chicks, and if you haven't, you gotta go see that. You have to see that. You have to see that clip where he runs to the bathroom after eating a couple quiches. So listen. The next thing that happens is you get the excessive gas. Have you ever had gas that's trapped underneath like your rib cage and it won't come out, and you like move your arm and your arm starts to pain you because the pain inside is excruciating or unbearable? If you've ever had that, then you are starting to understand what dumping is. If you have had a moment where you've had BM accidents and you feel the need to go to the restroom maybe at your leisure, but this wasn't a go to the restroom at your leisure moment. This was a run to the restroom at your convenience at an emergency moment. And you ran there nearly to find that you almost squirted yourself and messed up your pants and needed a whole new other outfit, and you couldn't get a whole new other outfit because why? You're not 5 anymore. So listen, it's happening. It happens. You shorten it. It's happening. It's happening. I get it. We all adults. We're going to talk about it. So listen, that's another part of dumping syndrome that they don't really tell you about. You get nauseous. You get nauseous? You might want to puke. Maybe I could try it anyway and see how I feel. No, don't do that. Just stop. Stop with the bad eating patterns. You know it's bad. I know it's bad. If it's too bad and too uncontrollable where you can't control what's going in and out of your mouth, but you want this surgery so bad, you need to tell your doctor. Your doctor needs to give you some sort of pharmacological attention and assistance in order to knock down those cravings and to stop your view of food and to stop the way you are profusely stuffing things into your mouth. Happened to me. I stuff things into my mouth all the time. You can see me like I'm looking like I stuff things into my mouth. But this is why I'm going to talk about this. I'm talking about this as well. I'm talking about it in a capacity that I know you're going to get and you're going to understand. And I could miss a few meals. I'm going to miss everything on this list. Yes, I will probably miss it. But you know what? I'm not going to miss it further than the weight that I'm supposed to be, my optimal size, my healthy feeling, my energy, my ability to go out and ride a bike like I've never ridden a bike before, things like that. Going in and having a nice time at the beach, taking off these clothes, this skin, and putting on my nice bathing suit, probably wrapped in something else because I'm gonna have loose skin, but it's okay. I'll be small with loose skin and it'll be all right with me. Anyway, let me get to that list. So what can you not have? What's on the red part of the list? And I'm going to add this all down below so you look at this list as well. Any sugar additive. Sugar itself is off the list. Sugar additive, meaning any type of syrup, honey, corn syrup, you've got maple syrup, jelly, pudding, things like that are added that have sugar in them. They're sugary items. In addition to, and sugar itself. And sugar itself. You can't have sugar anymore. So if you're thinking about the process, you're in the early stages, sprinkle a little sugar every now and again on something just to, remind yourself what you're not going to have. Because when you get there, that's the problem. People are getting there, they get to the surgery and they get to after the surgery and they follow all of these procedures. You've got to know that you're going to stop this stuff before you get into the program, because you can't go and have regain before you have the surgery. They're not going to approve you to have the surgery in the first place if you keep gaining the weight back or you never lose the weight. That's an issue as well. So listen, sugar, anything with an OL at the end of it, if it is in an processed item, which you're not supposed to be even really eating processed items anyway. That's on the yellow list. That's like, use caution when you use this. But I'm going to talk about the things you absolutely cannot have. It's not even a consideration. It's not even anything. No brown sugar, no regular sugar, no sugar raw, no none of that. No powdered sugar, nothing. You cannot have it. It's not allowed. Next thing that goes in somewhere in that category is the baked goods that contain sugar. The baked goods that contain sugar, we all know them. I love them. I know you know them too. So those are your cakes, your pies, your cookies, your puddings, your sugar-free cakes, your sugar-free pies, your sugar-free cookies. All your sugar-free items are really not sugar-free. So I went into the nutritionist one day and I called myself finding some great new invention called sugar-free cookies that were chocolate chip. I just thought they were amazing. And I've been eating them, to supplement, my cookie and my sweet fetish that I love. I love sweets. So I went in there and I told her I found this product. It was really good, but it tasted sweeter than, regular cookies. And she said, "Oh, what is?" I said, "They're sugar-free." And she said, "That's just as bad." I didn't know it was just as bad. She said, you have to learn how to read the labels. And when you learn how to read the labels, you understand that you're not supposed to have any grams of sugar in any of the items. So you have to have like a sugar-free gelatin. It's close to like a sugar-free beverage. You can have any sugar-free beverage you want. So this is what I'm going to tell you. You can have sugar-free popsicles. You can have, sugar-free like Mio. You can have Crystal Light, things like that. You can have all those things, but they have to be sugar-free and they can't have any calories in them. You also, while we're talking about beverages, you cannot have soda. No soda. No soda, no pop, no beer, no wine cooler, no foo-foo wine cooler. I'm going to have to give up my Seagram's strawberry daiquiri and Jamaican Me Crazy. I'm going to have to give it up. Or Jamaican Me Happy. I'm going to have to give it up. And the reason why is because anything, sparkling water you can't have ginger ale, you can't have seltzer water, you can't have Malta, you cannot have anything with carbonation in it. Let me be clear with that. So when you're thinking about having a weight loss surgery, you might as well just get pop out of your vocabulary. I'll tell you how to do it as soon as I get done with this list, and it's not going to be very long. It's not going to be long. So listen, after we talked about the carbonated drinks. The carbonated drinks expand and irritate your stomach to a rapid degree. The rapidness of the growth that your stomach has when you sip, even if you sip on pop, it's going to expand to a capacity over time, but it's going to be a lot faster than what your stomach is supposed to grow at. So your stomach's going to end up growing back to a similar size as to what your stomach originally was. However, it's growing back to the size that you're optimally supposed to be. So as you're losing the weight, your stomach is getting bigger, but it's going to somehow, if you do what you're supposed to do, meet at an equal place where time meets space in the time-space continuum, and you will be the right size with the right size stomach. Hey, sound good to me. So anyway, the carbonation is going to expand that at a rapid rate, and this is what causes that regain too, because if you're consuming a lot of sugar, so if you've got a high sugar diet and you're eating, and you're not allowed to eat white pastas anymore, the white rices, you're not allowed to have any of that anymore, it's over. Mashed potato, I don't think you're supposed to have mashed potatoes. I don't think so. I mean, potato is okay, I guess. I didn't see it on the red list, but I'm just thinking it's a starch. Why would you have that? Because it doesn't metabolize. It metabolizes just like rice. But anyway, I might be wrong, so don't quote me. I look like this. Why would I really be right about things having to do with losing weight? Anyway, so you can injure yourself, cause regain, and you can stall out. And this is why a lot of people are stalling out. There should be really no reason for you to stall out unless you've eaten something you're not supposed to, or you don't know. Another thing you cannot have, you can't have Gatorade, hot chocolate, Kool-aid. You cannot have the Gatorade. Gatorade is something new on the list because I've seen older videos and they're drinking a whole lot of Gatorade, Gatorade 2, Gatorade 1, whatever it is, don't matter. And I've heard this from providers as well as lay people, and they say the sugar content in Gatorade and Powerade is really, really high. It's high. I haven't looked at it, but I believe you, and I'm just not going to go by it. It makes no logical sense for me to do that. The next thing is caffeine. Caffeine is also a new one on the list. And caffeine is newer, like in the last few years newer, and they're starting to, medical insurance providers are starting to prohibit people in the diet, in the weight loss surgery programs, from eating or drinking it or having items containing it because it's a stomach irritant, and it also accelerates the regrowth of your stomach in a negative fashion. And then I also don't know if you're like going to get the jits, or if you're going to, I don't know if caffeine's kind of like the effects of alcohol, which you're not supposed to have. You like to go turn up, you better turn up with some, I don't know. You can't even have apple juice. Turn up with some water. Put some Crystal Light in it. I don't know what to tell you. Now, let me tell you, I'm not even going to tell you. I was going to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you. I was going to tell you what diabetic patients do. Diabetic patients who actually do drink, they find types of liquor that contain less sugar in it. I don't know if I really feel like going through all of that just so I can have something to drink, but I might. So if I find something, I'll let you know. I'm pretty sure, though, that you'll feel the effects of the alcohol a lot faster. So I'm just trying to give you things that you're not supposed to have that will help you in making a decision as to whether this is right for you. All right, I hope this has been entertaining. Oh, I forgot to tell you. This is what I have been doing to give up my items. And this is just helpful hints for you. Just might be helpful. I don't know. So what I did with the pop was, because I love Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is like one of the highest calorie pops out there, and it tastes a lot different than anything else that you might have. It doesn't have like Moon Mist or something like that, lightning, thunder, whatever kind of pop, surge, whatever kind of pop like that's like that. There's really no other like lighter version of that. So what I ended up doing was, whatever size cup I was drinking pop out of, I just began to add ice to it. If I already had ice in it, I began to reduce the amount of pop I was putting in my glass or my cup. Sometimes we get those big 32-ounce cups of pop. If that's the cup you're starting at, that's fine, babe. Just start wherever you can start, and then take that and cut it in half. Say, I'm not going to drink the whole container of the whole 32 ounces of this pop. I'm going to drink half of that every day out of the same cup. So then you're looking at the cup, you notice the cup's getting halfway full or halfway empty, and you're saying it's really halfway full. You got the ice in there, and you kind of take your time drinking it. Learn how to take your time drinking it. Then once you get there and you feel comfortable with that, don't just stay there. Say, well, let me reduce that half by half. Reduce that half by half. By the time you get done, it should be maybe a month in to your weight loss surgery program, maybe a month and a half in. You can switch over to a pop that's similar. Like if you like Sprite, lemon lime sparkling water is good. If you like, the colas, you really don't have anything that would suffice or equate the same thing if you like the cola. But like if you like something like a fruity pop like grape or strawberry or peach or things like that, you can find those in the sparkling water aisle and get those flavored pops, but they're really sparkling water. And they put like some sort of sweetener in it. It's only like 50 or 60 calories or anything, like maybe 70, but I think it's usually like 60 calories. Anyway, it's really low, lower than pop. switch to that. Drink the same amount that you've been drinking of the pop, which is the half of your half portion, and then continue to add the ice. And then you'll notice you really didn't even like the replacement that you replaced it with. And I know you're thinking, well, I should have just drank the pop, or I should still just drink the pop. That's not the point of the exercise. You're missing the whole point. You're missing the whole point. Did you see the video? You need to watch again. And so what I'm saying is that there's no logical point for you to have the surgery, lay on the table, have your stomach cut away, in order for you to disregard some things that are really important. They're really important to the surgery. Like, I'm not risking it for somebody on here giving me misinformation about what it's supposed to feel like. And so I tried to describe what dumping really feels like for you, so that you understand that these are implications and consequences to your actions. And when you get on the scale and you don't see the weight coming off like you should see the weight coming off, then that's nobody's fault but your own. I should put some crickets right there. I'm just saying, we got to own ourselves. Like, this is all like my fault. Like, this is all my fault, because even though I was going through what I was going through, I still could have got up and stayed in the gym. I still could have made it. I still could have made it. I still could have done it. I still could have been participating. And so I'm not being do-gooder Sally. I'm not being judgmental Jenny. I'm just really trying to break it down to you so that you're not walking in here thinking that you're going to have something happen to you that you're not making choices to actually obtain. So anyway, what else is on it? Muffins, donuts, sugar, cereal, oatmeal, instant oatmeal. You cannot have instant oatmeal, and that's because the sugar content in instant oatmeal is too high. Really, and a lot of things on the yellow part, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is diet and lifestyle change. So let me just explain the lifestyle change, and it's really brief. The lifestyle change is this: it's always got to be fresh, then it's got to be frozen. Then it has to outline the perimeter of your store. The only real time you should be going inside of the aisles of your supermarket is probably or possibly to get some sort of nut or raisin or broth or some sort of like whole wheat pasta. You shouldn't really go inside and delve into the inner courts of a grocery store or supermarket. Those are the worst aisles ever. And I heard that from a supermarket owner who was, trained in how to market things to people. And the marketing tactic is, make these shiny boxes eye level, things that you're really not supposed to have, things that are not good for you. Let's just fill it up that way. You miss out on all the nutrients that you're supposed to have, and you're missing so many after the surgery that you need to have all the nutrients you can get. You have to have a good protein, you have to have a good lean meat, you have to have a great vegetable, and then you have a starch, and then your starch has to be something that is low in calories and it's not dense, and it has to be the last thing you even eat. So there is an order to the food and the order you're supposed to eat, and they're not telling you that either. I don't know why y'all not telling nobody the real stuff. Like, I am. I will. I just wanted to promise you that. I will. So anyway, you are also, I'm so sorry. Waffles. You're not supposed to drink your calories. There are a lot of different things you're not supposed to be doing. And you're not supposed to drink your calories because you're missing the nutrients you need. I already said that. But I think that's it. No ice cream. Stop it. Put the ice cream down. No ice cream. You can't have any more ice cream. No frozen yogurt. No none of that. You're going to have to find a machine or something that crushes up bananas or I don't know, some cauliflower or something. Something to put I'm just being honest. I have to tell you, they're making these videos and they're not telling you what they're eating, and then they're showing you all this crap. And I don't watch videos with a whole bunch of crap and you don't bought stuff you was not supposed to eat. All of the processed foods are usually on the yellow side. What's on the yellow side are like condiments, things that are sweet salad dressings, things that are processed meats, hot dogs, sausages, all those things that have no real nutritional value, French fries, all those things that you've eaten regularly, that they're no longer on the list. And that's why I just review with you what the grocery store is supposed to look like. All right, this is long enough. I can't even take it anymore. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.